Welcome to FF Jack Gaming, where today we're going to pop open a pack of Kamigawa Neo Dynasty. This is going to be a set booster, so that means it has 12 cards, 1 art card, a foil, and a chance to be able to have something off the list of reprints that Magic has, or something that's out of the Commander decks for Kamigawa. And before we get up watching, if you're liking the content that we're putting out, don't be afraid to subscribe and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. With that said, let's dive in and see what's in this pack. All right. Coming out of the gate with an art card. Whoop. Flip it around. Flip it around. June in the Midnight Sky. Costs us, or it is by Santos Cinda, I think that's how you would say it. Number 58 out of 81. Boop. And then we have a Thornwood Falls. Here's a battlefield tap. And when it comes into battlefield, we end up getting 1 life. It taps for a blue or a green. Imperial Subduer costs us 2 and a white. For a human samurai, that's a 3/2 body. Whenever a samurai or a warrior you control attacks alone, tap a target creature you don't control. And then we have Fang of the Shijiski, costs 1 green. For a Snake Ninja, it's a 1/1, and it has Death Touch. Aka Warpaint costs us 1 red. It's an enchantment, and we get to enchant an artifact or a creature. As long as enchantment permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+1. Then we have Kindled Fury. It costs us 1 red for an instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. And then we have Ambitious Assault. Costs us 2 and a red for an instant. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. If you control a modified creature, draw a card. So modified is something that has equipment, aura, or any kind of counters on it for a creature that we end up having. And then we have Guardians of Arabo. Costs us 2 and a blue. For a Merfolk Samurai, that's a 3/4 defender. Modified creatures you control can attack as though they don't have defender. And then we have Riddle Sentinel. Costs us 3. For an artifact creature that's a construct, it's a 3/3 body defender. And when it enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. That means you take the top card of the library and puts it right into the graveyard. Then we could pay 3, tap a target card, or put a target card from a graveyard onto the bottom of our owner or of the owner's library. Whew. Blanche Congeals costs us 1 for an equipment. Pay 2. At the end of your turn, equipped creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of times that this ability has resolved this turn. Quick cost is of 1. The Long Reach of Night costs us 3 and a black. It's a little saga, so that means we end up going through a couple different stages here. It looks like stage 1 and stage 2 has the exact same thing of each opponent sacrifices a creature unless they discard a card. And at the final stage, it flips over to the Animus of the Night Reach. It's a spirit that's a 0/4, has Menace or Minache. That means that it can't be blacked unless there's 2 or more creatures. And then whenever it attacks, it gets +X/+0, where X is the number of creature cards in the defending player's graveyard. And then we have the Spring Leaf Avenger. Costs us 3 and 2 green for an Insect Ninja. It's a 6/5 and it has Ninjutsu of a 3 and a green. And Ninjutsu, it works whenever unblack creature goes through, you can pay the ninjutsu cost and they will be flipped or switch them out for that ninjutsu creature. When it deals combat damage to a player, return a target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And then the foil is Talus Godbot. Costs 4 for artifact creature construct. It's a 2/1 body. And when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Pay 4, tap it, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less for each modified creature you control. Interesting. And then we got a card that's off the list. Is Howling Mine. It costs 2 as an artifact. At the beginning of each player's draw step, if Howling Mine's untapped, that player draws an additional card. So if it's untapped, they get to draw a card, but if it's tapped, they don't get to draw the extra card. In the draft, what would you have picked? I honestly, I'll probably try going down this route. It seems like it's a little underground and everything, but I kind of like going into green. And then I also like the ninjutsu ability of bringing something back. Even though Howling Mine does sound a little bit tantalizing. What would you pick? Put it down in the comments down below. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.